have certain men who are born into the world, who have special gifts, abilities, and talents in many different areas. And some men are more inclined with a kind of spiritual genius that allows them to actually be able to create religions. They are very creative people when it comes down to spiritual things. And in my opinion, we see this with Muhammad the prophet in the Quran. If we are to believe that he is the prophet that wrote the Quran, he was such a figure as that in history. He was one of those human beings that come to the earth that have special spiritual talents, or you can say gifts and abilities in that area, and they're able to actually create a whole religion. And oftentimes when you begin to dissect how they put it together, because they have very creative minds, you can see how they put it together in the parts that they took it from. Because in the Quran, you can see so much that has come from Judaism and what we call today Christianity. It's like you can see he was drawing on both of them. And also some other things that was unique to him. And he put it all together, you got Islam. No doubt he was a man of a very special creative mind and a certain type of creative genius that we're seeing in this man. And he's not the only one. Throughout history, you have people like this who have been born into the world, who were not totally in tune with the true Elohim, his ways, his anointing. Nevertheless, they were gifted people that had the ability to create certain things in that spiritual realm. And a lot of what you see in India and those Eastern doctrines and these famous sages that lived, the one called the Buddha and Krishna, there are people like that that are born into the world that have those kind of abilities. And you got to understand something. When you go into spiritual things, when those men created religions, there is a kind of ability or kind of genius there that allows them to do that. But at the same time, we cannot ignore the fact that when you're going into that spiritual realm, there are other influences that will come into those men's minds. There are other delusions, powers and principalities that can bring things to them, speak things to them, show them things. And they can easily be deceived by the things that they see.